So today I'm going to be taking you through some more details about how exactly our blended learning and our distance learning is going to work over the next 4 weeks. So you're a student and you have received an email or a text message that states that your student is in cohort X or they're in cohort Y. On ClassDojo, your teachers have connected you via ClassDojo. Accept their invite. If you have not received an invite, you could reach out to IT and to help support you with this. Once they're in a cohort, this is an example of a blended learning schedule. You'll note at the bottom that the key says in class is green and distance learning is yellow. So you'll see that cohort X starts out in school on the first day, and then the next day they go to distance learning. And it keeps going over the 2-week period to where within that 2 weeks, your student will have 5 days in class and 5 days distance learning. This day, when they're in class, we do not expect you to do any homework at home. We are cutting off homework because you will have plenty to do on the distance learning day. On this distance learning day, you will have to submit work by 8 p.m. When you submit that work, that's going to be counted as the attendance for your student for that day. The same is applicable for KG. KG schedules look a little bit different, but they're the exact same concept. Your student will come in 3 days here and 2 days here. They will be placed in a cohort just like elementary. And then you'll see that they have distance learning days. Elementary and KG follow the same pattern. Now, you're going to receive on ClassDojo at the beginning of the week, either Monday and Wednesday, or Monday and Wednesday, or Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Now, if I'm cohort X and I'm week 1, I'm going to follow the overview stated cohort X, or if I'm cohort Y, I'm going to follow the one Y. The reason that's important is because cohort X overview is going to have 2 days of e-learning for this week, but cohort Y will have 3 days of e-learning. And remember, you have to submit in order to get attendance for that day. This is what an overview looks like for KG to grade 5. You're going to have the subjects mirrored on an overview with the timing. So for example, English, math, science, e-learning, and art with these time slots are directly correlated right over here. This is very similar to our distance learning we had last year. You're going to have task 1, task 2, task 3, and a challenge. But at the very bottom, you're going to see a scaffold with all students must do this, some students must do this, and a few students must do this. If you recall from last year, our system was all students must complete task 1 and 2. Some students may complete 1, 2, and 3, and a few students can do 1, 2, and 3. That's the challenge. If you only feel that your student can do 1 and 2, go for it. If you want a challenge, do 1, 2, and 3, and to really push your student 1, 2, 3, and challenge. But remember, they're not all required. As long as you submit for 1 and 2, then you will get attendance completed for that day. You'll complete all of these till the end of the day and submit via ClassDojo portfolio by 8 p.m. And then your student go back into school. And then on Wednesday, they're going to do the same exact thing, but this time, if you see right here, it's Arabic subjects week day. So Arabic social studies, Islamic, e-learning, and PE. So when I follow cohort X overview, I'm going to see that exact thing mirrored right here, and I'm going to complete them for that day and submit them on ClassDojo by 8 p.m. And you can see on KG, you're going to follow the same thing, the overview that the teacher posts. Now, if you are completely distance learning, you're going to receive a schedule like this. It's been emailed and personally sent to students who are doing specifically distance learning. Now, if you look here, there's some white boxes. And if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see why. All distance learning students, green sessions are highlighted to indicate live lessons that you may log into via Zoom at the following link. This link will work for all sessions. Note that the boxes not highlighted will not be live streamed and your student does not have to complete this work. Meaning, right here on this day, I have to do these green subjects, but I do not have to do these. I'm going to submit my work here and complete it by 8 p.m. and that'll be my attendance for that day. And then the next day, just like this cohort X, I'm doing the same thing and I'm completing it via distance So as you can see right here on this distance learning schedule, the green lessons are the ones that your student should attend. If your student cannot attend them, teachers will post PowerPoints with voiceovers explaining what's going on in that lesson. But it's highly recommended that you attend the live Zoom lessons so you can see the teacher in action teaching those lessons. Note that the Zoom lessons will only be the teacher modeling the expectation. Once the teacher goes to group work or individual work for students, the Zoom will be shut off. You need to log on to the Zoom, which all the Zoom links have been sent individually to all distance learning parents. If you did not receive a distance learning Zoom link, you please reach out to your teacher and she can directly give it to you. But as you see right here, if I'm a distance learning child and I want to attend 1A session of English, I'm going to log on at 8 o'clock and Miss Becky will probably record about 20 to 30 minutes. And if I want to get on for Arabic, I'm going to start at 8:45. This is telling you exactly what time you should log on to the Zoom lesson and what exactly is being recorded. Now, if you see all these sessions that have e-learning, you're going to be looking to really have an emphasis of e-learning practice within English and within Arabic. You received this from our IT department. This is a sample for a grade 1 student. As you see, this student has access to RAS Kids, Exact Path, I Read Arabic, and Mastery Connect. This will look different depending on the age and grade level that your student is in, depending on what access to platforms they have. This is me going over exactly how it's going to work with blended and distance learning schedules. Remember, it's very important to follow your student's schedule based on their cohort. And remember, every day we're going to be taking attendance regardless if you're in blended learning in school or you're at home completed work on a DL day or you're completely DL. You will submit your submissions on your ClassDojo portfolio by 8 p.m. This is on our YouTube page. You'll find on our YouTube page how to submit to portfolios. Thanks all.